Chapter 50 Exclusive Supply. Silver Moon City. Xiaoyu Villa. Guhai looked at a note given by Long Wanqing. Huang Fu Chaoj. Guhai looked at the 4 words on the note. It should be the Mr. Huang Fu we are looking for. In the past, he and He Shikong often came to attend my mother's zither club. After my mother's death, they didn't even come to mourn Mr. Huang Fu. You guessed before that Mr. Huang Fu and He Shikong knew what was going on. Long Wanqing said in a deep voice. Huang Fu Chaoj, you guys know each other. Guhai looked at the duo suspiciously. Master Liu Nian took a deep breath and nodded. Yes, I didn't expect this Mr. Huang Fu to be him. He actually came to participate in Xiaoyu's zither meeting. Oh, he must have taken a lot of risks by coming to the zither meeting. Oh. Long Wanqing nodded and said, yes, Huang Fu Chaoj is the lord of the Divine Foothills Imperial Dynasty. 20 years ago, even though he was allied with Great Jin, he was not allowed to trespass into Great Jin. Back then, he should have been hiding his identity to attend my mother's zither party. Huang Fu Chaoj, he knows the cause of your mother's death, now at war with Dojin. Guhai frowned. Yes, Long Wanqing nodded. Then why worry about it? Isn't this a good thing? With the clues, won't we just go find him? Guhai laughed. Long Wanqing smiled slightly bitterly and said, but he's now an enemy of my Great Jin. It's not good for us to go. There's nothing wrong with it. For this matter, just the 3 of us can know about it, Guhai solemnly said. The 2 nodded. Guhai, Hall Master, Mu Chunfeng barged in from outside the hall. The crowd looked at Mu Chunfeng. Ever since Mu Chunfeng went all out to break open the city gates for Guhai, Guhai's attitude towards him had also come out much better. He Shikong is dead. I heard that he committed suicide in the city lord's mansion, Mu Chunfeng explained. Oh, dead. Long Wanqing raised an eyebrow. Guhai and Master Liu Nian glanced at each other, a gloominess flashing through their eyes. Also, I heard that the millions of bronze men that Sima Changkong sent to escort were also robbed by roving bandits. Mu Chunfeng frowned. Roving bandits? Long Wanqing was slightly stunned. How dare they be so unscrupulous? The Imperial Court's escort also dares to openly hijack it. Master Liu Nian's face was ugly as he said. Who knows? Mu Chunfeng frowned. All right. This isn't something we should be laboring over. The memorial service for the old manor master. It's about to start, isn't it? Guhai asked. It should be almost there. Mu Chunfeng nodded. Let's go and say goodbye to the old manor master's remains. This time, when we came to Silver Moon City, we are indebted to the care he used to take, Guhai solemnly said. The crowd nodded. Outside the Dawn Moon Villa, Fairy Wanna sat on top of a crane, and as she passed by the Xiaoyu Villa, she looked towards the floating island shrouded in fog, and a complexity flashed in her eyes. There was Guhai inside there. Liar, scoundrel, a benefactor. Wanna Fairy was in a state of inner chaos at the moment. In the past, she could not look at the little man, but again and again, she made herself powerless, and several times she was so angry that she spat out blood. Even more so, let yourself become 1,000 fingers. That kind of feeling, really good hard. The person who should be immortal, but in the end, it is he in the nick of time to save himself. At that time, call the sky, call the earth. No one can save themselves, even their own master. Shouted also useless, but on this desperate moment, this lyre appeared. That is a kind of despair in the emergence of salvation, originally the impact of the heart of a huge shock. But it is that lyre. Lyre, I'm not done with you. Fairy Wanna cursed with a complicated tone. Silver Moon Villa. In the past, there were crowds of people, and everyone wanted to pay homage to the mountain gate without being able to do so. Today, Silver Moon Villa was exceptionally depressed. Inside and outside the mountain village, it was cold and quiet. Most of the villa disciples, also all in the main hall within the villa, All around has been white cloth hanging all over. The main hall of the mountain village, the Silver Moon Hall, is now the old Manor Master's spiritual hall. The old lord's body was placed in the coffin in the center of the hall. Yun Mo's eyes had been red in the middle. Kneeling around were the disciples of the old Manor Master. In the great hall, it was plunged into a wave of sadness, but outside the great hall, it was loud and noisy. It's all Yun Mo's fault. Otherwise the old Manor Master wouldn't have died so undignified. Silver Moon Villa. Without the old Manor Master, what use is it? My Silver Moon Villa's Gukin. No one wants it now. I don't want to stay in Silver Moon Villa anymore. What's the point of staying? The disciples of the Mountain Manor outside the door split into two factions bickering. Yun Mo burned the old Manor Master's relics and sighed slightly. Don't make any noise. The Manor Master is in new mourning. So let the Manor Master be at ease on his way. The voice travelled outside the main hall. The two factions that were arguing suddenly stopped. HMPH. What's the use of hypercritically burning the relics of the Zhuang Master now? The human soul of the Villa Master has already become Sima Changkong's tonic. Without the human soul. The faces of the crowd of Mountain Villa disciples sank. To be buried by the Lord of the Manor. Whether you are leaving or staying, all have your own volition, right? When you join the Silver Moon Villa, you once signed. Once you enter the Manor, you may not rebel against the Manor for life. Or else, Silver Moon Villa, 10,000 miles of pursuit. That's because my Silver Moon Villa's forging method is an unspoken secret that can't be divulged anymore. What are you all bickering about? Don't I know? The reputation of the villa has been stigmatized by me. The previous bickering stopped at once. One has the Silver Moon Villa's method of casting the kin. Out of the Silver Moon Villa, one can open another piece of foundation wherever one goes. That deed of sale, Yun Mo will give it to us. The Spirit Hall has the appearance of a Spirit Hall after all. Yun Mo had a slight pang of bitterness. Yes, soon, the three Guhai walked into the Grand Hall. Grandmaster Liu Nian and Long Wanqing similarly also offered the old Manor Master a stick of incense. After the incense, the three of them bowed 3 times to the old Manor Master. Many thanks to Mr. Gu, Hall Master Long, and Master Liu Nian. Yun Mo got up and bowed to the three. The three were the first to come to honor the old Manor Master. And just for this respect for the old Manor Master, Yun Mo must also be grateful. Young Manor Master, please express my condolences, Guhai said with a slight sigh. Yun Mo still had red eyes and nodded. Thanks to old Manor Master's care in the past, Guhai is unable to repay him. Here, can we talk with young Manor Master outside the house for a moment? Guhai solemnly said. Yun Mo was slightly puzzled, but still nodded. The group walked out of the Spirit Hall and settled at a gazebo outside the Spirit Hall. I sold the piano. Just strange and obscene skills. Want to shake the world's first piano building. Not an overnight thing. Is the old master of the manor helped me? For my song Canaan, instilled a new connotation. The old manor master resigned, but I can't do anything about it. Here. The only thing I can do is to hope that the young manor master cannot abandon me, the first piano building in this street, Guhai solemnly said. HMM or Yun Mo looked at Guhai in disbelief. This street's first kin house will soon open branches, with Silver Moon City as the center, radiating towards all the major cities in the world. Perhaps we are expanding slowly, but our model makes chain shops very easy. Please believe, this street's first kin house, one day, will be able to spread all over the major cities in the world, Guhai solemnly said. So what? Yun Mo looked at Guhai in disbelief. Exclusive supply of Gukin. Oh, you want to swallow my Silver Moon Villa? I will never stop you, Guhai solemnly said. Yun Mo frowned at Guhai. My wish, Yun Mo frowned at Guhai. Yes, didn't you want to build a kin for the old manor master? The old Mana Master might be reincarnated, but you don't know who is his reincarnation. But he might enter the #1 kin building in my street, and perhaps see that the kin building's specialized counters place ancient kins from the Silver Moon Villa, and perhaps inadvertently buy a mouthful of the ancient kin that you cast. Gu Hai persuaded. Yun Mo's eyes steeply reddened. Looking at Gu Hai, he was no longer so hostile. You see the vitality of my kin building. I, Gu Hai, started out as a businessman, so please believe that I can open the kin house to be the largest in the world. And I can have chain shops spread out to all the major corners of the world, Gu Hai solemnly said. In the future, all the one piano buildings in this street will set up a special counter area for you. Set up a special counter area for Silver Moon Lodge. Young Mana Master, what do you think? Gu Hai solemnly said. The kin building and Silver Moon Villa each take the general. Half of what the kin building takes is the cost of publicity and promotion for you. How about it? 50 years, a flash, after 50 years. If you do not see my kin building at any time to terminate the contract, how? Gu Hai solemnly said. Yun Mo was slightly silent. 50 years. Good. I hope Mr. Gu will not let me down. Yun Mo affirmed with a bite. Gu Hai smiled faintly and nodded. Master Yun Mana, don't worry. I, Gu Hai, will do what I say. But what? Yun Mo frowned. However, I hope that in the future, Master Yun Mana will strive for excellence, and I hope that with each mouthful of your gukin, you will try your best to make it better than the last one. Gu Hai solemnly said. How can that be? Do you know about casting kins? This kind of guarantee. Who dares to guarantee it? Yun Mo frowned. Master Yun Zhuang, we will do our best to publicize your gukin, so the gukin you cast will be known by everyone to the greatest extent possible. Every mouthful of the gukin you cast may be seen by the reincarnation of the old Mana Master. No, even one mouthful of gukin being seen by the reincarnation of the old Mana Master would be enough. Maybe whichever one of your kin will be bought by the old Mana Master. Casting kins for the old Mana Master. I hope you will do your best, Gu Hai solemnly said. Yun Mo's expression was solemn as he clenched his fists and nodded. I will, from now on, every zither I cast will gather all my heart and soul. Then, it's settled. Gu Hai cupped his fists and saluted. Didn't you say you'd sign a 50-year contract? Yun Mo was slightly stunned. Gu Hai shook his head and laughed. No need for that. Lord Yun Mana has already committed to me. What more paper contract do I need to sign? It's settled on this. Aren't you afraid that I will go back on my word? Yun Mo frowned. I believe in my vision. If it were old Mana Master, would he go back on his word? Gu Hai laughed. The old Mana Master naturally wouldn't. But me. Yun Mo looked at Gu Hai, got up, and gave a slight salute to Gu Hai once again.